Welcome to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Hosted by David Thomas, Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, and Jason Boyette. Brought to you by First Bank, Kincaid Service Company, and Piggly Wiggly. Let's get ready to talk some sports. Here are your hosts, David, Bill, Kenny, and Jason.
Welcome, everybody, to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I'm David Thomas, Mr. Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, Jason Boyette. We're here to talk some Bedford County sports and college basketball and NFL and everything else in between. We want to thank our sponsors, Piggly Wiggly and Kincaid
Service Company.
I didn't mean to leave you out, Jason.
That's okay. I'm good.
And First Bank.
That's right. That's right.
First Bank right here in Shelbyville. Let's take a break. Which we just even got started good and we're already taking a break. But let's take a commercial break, and we'll be right back to talk some sports and talk about a little high school basketball, what's left in it that we can cheer for.
Right. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. We'll be right back.
Over.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I know, Bill, you've got some girls' state tournament action report over there. Talk to us about it. What's going on?
Loretta, kind of local. They won the first round of the TSSAA tournament 72-46. Tullahoma got put out by Alcoa 48-44. White County right up the road 68-49 over Covington. Richland kind of local 61-40 over Coalfield.
And Richland's playing in the finals tonight.
I think they won in the next round.
Cascade girls beat Richland earlier this year.
Yeah.
Cookeville in our region and Shovel's region beat Page. They're going to be in the finals tonight. They won their first game 55-47 over Page. Wayne County beat Gordonsville 37-32. Sevier County, the upset of the year.
Sure enough, I would have lost the house.
Yeah. Beat Bradley Central. Not just beat them 52-34.
Beat them bad.
So Sevier plays
Cookeville.
Okay.
Sevier Cookeville.
So the next round was York beat Loretta. Loretta's out 43-40. Alcoa got beat by Dyersburg 61-53. White County beat Cott County 46-43. Middleton beat Wayne County, put them out 44-39. Greenfield 37, Richland 46. Blackman, Sevier County. Sevier County beat Blackman by 8. So your finals are today, Sevier County and Cookville.
Mm-hmm.
So Cookville out of our region, Sevier County, obviously pretty good,
Yep.
27-5. Huntington and York state finals.
Huntington is who the Cascade District, that region, faced. They beat Summertown.
Okay. Middleton and Richland. So Richland's in the finals. That's good, good for them. And Dyersburg and White County. That's girls' final.
I think Richland's the one that they're in the same district with Chad down there in Moore County.
Middleton, if everybody remembers, right south of Bolivar in West Tennessee. That's where Steve Hamer had played for Tennessee.
Stevie.
Remember old Steve Hamer, the big 7-footer? He came from Middleton. All right, next week, the boys, just to mention the state tournament, our boy Barry Workman. He gets Whitehaven in the first round. He's back again. 19 years at Blackman. I believe he's won 2 state championships. I don't know how many times he's been to this tournament.
Has he been 9? I think I read where he's been like 9 times.
I think it's 9 times. This is either 9th or his 10th. It's at least his 9th time to make the state. And then Jackson County, Coach Kevin Thomas plays Hampton. So 2 former Golden Eagle coaches in the state tournament in boys basketball.
Yep.
And the team that put Shelbyville, Walker Valley, they're in there.
Walker Valley's playing very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nashville, East Nashville's playing Loretto. It's kind of local. Tullahoma's playing Tennessee. What is Tennessee?
Tennessee
up
High
East
School.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up East Tennessee. Up northeast of Knoxville.
Boy, they've snuck around and had a great year, 27-4.
Oh, yeah.
The
Tullahoman boys could win a game or two. I think they could.
Well, they won it all last year, didn't they?
Okay, they lost in the finals.
Lost in the final.
Made it to the finals last year.
And Walker Valley's going to be tough.
Walker Valley going to be tough.
The Loretta boys won it all last year in basketball.
And they're back in it again this time with East Nashville. You got Bartlett and Brentwood and Beach and Bearden. That's your boys in the
Say that again.
state tournament. Beach and Bearden.
And
Knoxville, Bearden, and Bartlett and Brentwood.
so the bees.
Man, that's
the
that's
battle
alliteration.
Of the bees.
That's alliteration.
That's the battle of the bees there,
Yep.
isn't it?
All right, guys. Baseball. Shelby finally played some games.
Played well.
They beat Sequatchie to start with 3-1. Then they beat Stone Memorial 5-2. Then they got beat last night 6-5 by Sequatchie in that tournament up Warren County. And I believe, do they play Upperman today, Jason?
They
or
play
is it
either
Moore County?
Upperman or Moore County. I don't think they know yet, but
Okay.
3:00 in Moore County.
Just playing one game today or 2?
I think it's just 1.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that, but I think so. 3:00.
Girls softball, Blackman beat Shovel 15-0. The Cascade girls lost to Riverdale 7-1. And Kenny, I couldn't see other than the last score I saw in the Cascade boys. They lost to Franklin County
I'm not
10-2
the baseball with. I'm not.
think they
I'm
played.
I'm not sure.
because they're going to that big tournament.
Yeah, they're on their way down to Gulf Shores, Alabama right now. They'll be there all week.
Okay, so here's my question. How does that work, man?
They get on the bus and go.
I know. How would you like to take a high school team that far?
How would you like to be riding one of our yellow eggs all the way to?
That's what they're taking?
Yeah.
Did you give them the best one?
I give them a route bus.
All right.
Let's hope it's the best. Well, community went to Hendersonville last week. We had to send mechanic up there because it had a part mess up. So he had to go up there with a computer and get it fixed. Dale did. So you just don't ever know.
The community girls won 6-0 over Riverdale in softball.
Community girls can play.
Good season again.
Community girls can play.
And they're playing a tough schedule here to start the year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Really tough.
I know they play Donaldson Christian Monday because I'll be there at community.
All right. The community boys lost to Franklin County in baseball 9-6 this week. So that's baseball and softball as far as we know what we got.
All righty.
And I know Cascade girls played Eagleville in softball yesterday, but I couldn't tell you what the outcome was.
So right now, basically everything is baseball and softball wide open.
Soccer,
in Bedford County,
soccer and tennis, and I hadn't heard from. I know Cascade said they didn't play any soccer last week because their region start district and they wanted to be ready for district. Yeah. So
you got a lot of stuff happening, but this time of the year is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
In between.
Yeah.
We don't talk about them much, but I had Liberty Middle School, Cascade Middle School, and Harris Middle School all on the softball field this last week.
Good.
Yeah, there's Harris and Liberty are getting better. Liberty was throwing a 6th grade pitcher and a 6th grade catcher.
Wow.
And didn't do a bad job. So and Harris has come a long way. I had them the other night with Battle Creek, the new school in Spring Hill.
Yeah.
So I can talk about that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen community middles, but I've seen all the other teams in the county so far.
Well, guys, I know Tim Lokey's over here hollering about the Commodores, so I guess he's wanting to talk about some basketball.
It's coming.
What's coming?
Vanderbilt. I've talked about them.
All right.
They got Florida today at noon.
All righty. Well, let's take another break from our sponsors, Pig the Wiggly. Have y'all been in there lately?
I have.
They got a real butcher.
Real butcher.
We did go
Real
in there
butcher.
the other day. We bought 2 big pork tenderloins.
Oh yeah.
And
Great
and
meat.
We're in the middle of state bus inspection, so we like to feed our inspectors.
Yeah.
So
Butter them up good. Huh?
Yeah. Speaking of butter, you need to try some of their popcorn. They got one of those theater style popcorn poppers, and they'll pop it about once a week, and they'll bag it up and sell it.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's the best popcorn in town besides the Capri Theater. You need and the popcorn stand. You'll go out there. They come in a plastic bag. It's cheap. It's like $2.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Cheaper than the theater.
Yeah, I guarantee you. But it's just some good stuff.
Yeah.
But also, First Bank, we want to thank them and
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
didn't leave you out that time.
I feel
Jason.
better about
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back after we hear from our sponsors, and we'll talk a little college basketball.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. We're going to talk a little SEC tournament. Guys, this SEC is confusing to me. I mean, we're going to put 10 players in there, and how many of them really got a chance to do anything?
I don't know if we're going to put 10 in or not.
Dang,
That's the number right now.
Ole Miss has
We'll
turned
find
it
out
up,
tomorrow
man.
night.
Yeah,
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss has turned it up.
I kind of like their momentum. And then you got Florida, but then out of the rest of them, who's going to
Just
really
don't
make
never
some
know.
noise?
Arkansas could.
Maybe.
Ole Miss is 14 and 19.
I
even
know.
with the 3 wins. They're not
They
making the
won't- they
tournament
won't
unless they
make
win.
it.
They have
Unless
to win the
They got to
tournament.
win the
have to
tournament.
win.
They could. To win
And if they
momentum
win it, it'll cause somebody else not to,
Mhm.
not to be
Absolutely.
able to go.
It sure will. Start the tournament off. Kentucky beat LSU 87-82. They actually struggled a little bit. Auburn, Mississippi State 79-61. Auburn won. Ole Miss started it off with their first upset of the tournament, 76-66 over Texas. That got the run going for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
South Carolina got put out by Oklahoma 86-74. And then Kentucky beat Missouri. Missouri was scrappy, though, 78-72. And then Tennessee and Auburn. Auburn's got a big lead. They're up, what,
Big
10
lead.
in the second half?
They led most of the game.
Tennessee goes on a 20-0 run. Pearl
Yeah.
loses at the coach. Not good.
And dad.
And the dad. And it winds up 72-62. And it was bad. That was bad basketball, to be honest with you, especially the first half.
Probably put Auburn out of it, too.
I'd
What
say
little,
Auburn's
what
done.
little chance they had is probably over.
I would say Auburn's done.
Yeah.
Ole Miss upset Georgia 76-72. And I think that puts Georgia kind of on the bubble a little bit that I don't know
Yeah.
if they're necessarily in. But the other one that really hurt themselves was Oklahoma, the 10 seed, playing the 6 seed Texas A&M. And Oklahoma doesn't just beat you, they blow you out 83-63.
Oklahoma's a weird team. Sometimes they really play well.
But A&M started off 7-1. Y'all remember, was at the top of the
Yeah.
standings, and they've just faded ever since then.
What about our consistency with the bulk of our teams in the SEC? It looks like that's where we're lacking. You look
Other
at
than
Tennessee,
Florida, there's not one. I mean,
Other than
that's
Florida,
the only
that's it.
consistent team.
I know you don't know what you're going to get from night to night, no matter who's playing in that middle of the pack there. That all look like
I thought
that'd
Alabama
be pretty
had a
good.
chance, and then they blow it again.
Alabama lost to Ole Miss 80-79 last night. But when Alabama can't hit the three, and they like shooting that three, they're done.
Live or die.
It's tough. They live or die.
They live or die by it, and when they can't hit it, they can't hit it. Arkansas, I thought, struggled with Oklahoma, who played them tough, 82-79. I think Arkansas has the second best team in the
I do
conference.
too.
And
I think it'll be Arkansas and Florida.
Right.
Although you never know, Vanderbilt could. They could.
Vanderbilt,
The Tanner kid's really good, and he's hard
He's
to not.
really good.
He's hard to not like. He really is.
in honor of Tim Lokey, now we'll talk about Vandy and Tennessee.
Okay,
because
all right,
I know
let's
Tim
talk
Lokey
about
wants to
it.
talk about that.
Yeah.
So terrible first half again, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's bad
It was rough.
basketball.
For both
Neither
sides?
team, both sides.
Yeah, it
Neither
was
team can
ugly.
hit.
It was
It's not
ugly.
good. Second half was a little bit better.
The highlights I saw, both teams were shooting a rock the second half.
But the first half, they couldn't hit it for nothing. It was pitiful. Layups being missed, dunks being
Couldn't have
missed.
stood on the beach and thrown it in the ocean, could they?
No. And Vanderbilt wasn't shooting it much
No,
better. I mean, it was another low-scoring first half that picked up the second half. Vanderbilt led the whole first half. Tennessee manages to tie it. In the second half, Tennessee got up 7, 8, 9. And that's the kiss of death for Tennessee. Here came Vanderbilt on a 20-4 run, and they never looked back. Difference was Tennessee is abysmal at shooting free throws.
They are. You almost
Vanderbilt-
can't play Carey.
Vanderbilt's
No.
not.
Vanderbilt
shooting,
knocks them down,
They knock them
That's
in.
the difference.
and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Now, refereeing in this game, and all these games, has been bad. Not one, I'm just saying bad refereeing. I would think the SEC tournament, we would have a better crew.
Mm.
Number two, it's hard to watch these games too. And every time I turn around, we're reviewing something going out of bounds, and it's making the game go longer. You're not correcting a bad call. We're too busy worried about who this went out of bounds on, and you're sitting here for 10 minutes. Yesterday, couldn't even reset the clock.
Oh yeah, had to recharge the
How many times was that?
battery pack
Or something like
Yeah.
that. And I'm going, are you kidding me? This is the SEC tournament.
Yeah,
And we're recharging the battery
Don't
pack
you
on the
just
clock.
love this technology?
yeah. There was something they had to reboot it or something.
It's
Reboot the battery
amazing
pack.
that we could play basketball when we were in high school.
How did you
Right.
do it? You wrote it on down on a piece of paper and just
Yeah.
looked at it.
Yeah.
If it went out, you made a bad call. You made a bad call. That's just
Yeah.
the way it was.
But correcting a bad call with this, I'm okay with. We're not doing that. This is over. It tipped Jason, it tipped Kenny, and it tipped David. So let's take 10 minutes to review who it went out on last. But a really bad call that caused a problem, they don't review that at all. That's what I don't
Well,
understand.
like Tennessee got the in the cylinder. That first one was definitely in the cylinder.
Yes,
Yeah, if they reviewed that, Tennessee would have lost that.
right. They
But
would.
they didn't. They didn't even look at that
They didn't
one.
even look at that
Yeah.
one. So it's strange what we choose to
Right,
look at,
yeah.
what we don't choose to look
Right.
at. And the whole time we're dragging the game out. This is why baseball, I think, kind of trying to go to that
Yeah.
computer-generated strike thing to stop this mess.
And they got the pitch clock and all that.
Because college basketball right now is dragging, guys. That's dragging. And that's not it. Like somebody said,
it'll come back to bite them.
it's almost like a free timeout for somebody or for both of you. And then you're almost got to warm up again because you've been sitting so long waiting on the call.
Well,
Yeah.
you think they're doing that for TV commercials?
I don't know if they're doing it for
No,
that.
I don't think.
I don't think that's what it is. I think I don't know what it is.
Somebody's overthinking the whole process.
Yeah.
We got these assistant coaches who are literally they're watching about 5 seconds behind, looking for
Mhm.
bad calls. I
Mhm.
mean, they're just sitting. That's
And
their
then
job.
the coaches have figured out, I pulled David, I'm going to act like I'm going to sub him in, and I'm really not, but I'm trying to delay enough time to give my coaches long enough to see if
Yeah.
we can review it real quick.
Slow it down.
But I really
yeah.
ain't putting David in the game. I'm just putting him up there. They've got a trick. Vandy was very good at that.
Yeah, they were.
But sets up today, Vanderbilt, number 4 seed against Florida at noon today on ESPN. I'm sorry, guys. I don't give anybody much of a chance against the Florida Gators unless they just come out and play terrible. I just don't think they're the best team
You've been talking Florida
in the
for a while.
conference. I think there's a chance they're the best team in the country.
Their front line is just so big.
Well, they were the best team in the. Didn't they win it all last
They
year?
won it all last year. They've got 5 or 6 NBA draft picks on that ball club. They started off slow.
So, Bill, are you sitting here picking them to win it all?
Maybe.
Go all the way?
No, wait on that. I'm picking them to win this tournament.
Well, yeah. That's
Absolutely. They're going to win
Yeah.
the SEC tournament. Arkansas, Ole Miss is interesting. Ole Miss is playing really well. That's at 3:30. Sets up the finals for tomorrow. And Arkansas, I'm surely has just too many players, and Ole Miss's runs over, surely, right?
Probably
Mhm.
fatigue. Probably
Don't
sits
know.
in on Ole Miss.
You would
today.
think they've ever played 3 days in a
Yeah.
row.
You would think that Arkansas, Florida sets that up, and just a week or two ago, Florida beat them 101-77. So, but Arkansas is the only team that could beat Florida, I think, in this conference.
Big bracket comes out tomorrow night.
And then you get the big
March
dance.
Madness.
March Madness comes out.
Great.
I'm assuming Tennessee's a 5, but I think they could be a 6 seed.
Yeah.
Vandy's going to be a 4.
The projection has them at 5.
And maybe
On
they're going to be a 5.
ESPN.
They have lost 11 games, so they're more of a 6. Vanderbilt's going to be a 4. Florida chance should be a 1 seed.
They are on the projections.
I think, win or lose, I think they're 1 seed.
I think there's a chance that this loss to Ole Miss hurts Alabama a little bit in seeding, where they could have been.
They could may drop down to more like a 4 now.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too. I think that hurts you losing to Ole Miss. Maybe it doesn't. We've talked about this before. Does these tournaments hurt you? Does it? I think it hurts you early. Losing to somebody bad hurts you more so than what happens later on.
Well, another question, just like we talked in football, does this tournament, is it in the same category now as the SEC championship game? Having this tournament, does that?
It is for a team like Ole Miss.
Yeah, that has a chance to win it.
Yeah.
The question's always been Sundays when we come out with the thing. Is it already set right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
I would say it's pretty much set with we can move here to here to move in.
I think it's
set. Florida could lose today and they're still going to be a number 1 seed.
I agree with you because I think it's already set. I think it's built. The only thing it's not done is if Ole Miss comes up, wins, and gets in the tournament and knocks
the difference in what you asked earlier, I think the difference is in that SEC championship game in football, injuries and fatigue really.
Right.
I think this still matters more than that championship.
I do too. Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
What was interesting was Miami of Ohio lost their first game, 31 in a row. They were talking about them not being in the tournament.
I still think they get
They're
in.
going to get in the
They're
tournament.
going to get in.
And Pearl sitting here saying they should be in over them.
Who? Auburn.
They're 17 and 16.
17 and 16. If you're not 500 guys in your conference, you don't deserve to go at least 500 in your conference. I don't care what conference it is. You should go to the tournament.
You'd think.
And Auburn's not 500, and they've only won 2 games that weren't at Auburn all year. Out of those 17 wins, only 2 of them were away from the Auburn. One of them had to be at Florida when they beat them. That was one. That was the greatest game.
So are they going to hang their hat on that all year, and that's it?
They will.
Yeah.
They're going to hang their hat in the NIT, I think.
Probably so.
I think that's where they're at.
That opens up to a bigger question. How long is he going to last down there?
One more year.
One more year. He's got one more chance.
I think there's a chance he doesn't
put
make
out
it
of the tournament.
next year.
Well, okay. You're talking about right away. Then.
Yeah, I think I'm with Kenny. I think there's a chance he doesn't see next
put out
year.
of the tournament, especially if you keep showing you're behind.
Right. I think there's a chance he doesn't make it.
He ain't his daddy. That's for sure.
No. And had problems with the players. And the number 1 player, he suspended a game or 2. And can't get along with players. And there's a lot of money, too, being NIL being spent here that Auburn had spent and had a pretty good roster to be better than 17 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody's spending money and everybody thinks their roster's good. So somebody's going to be disappointed.
Next week, we'll get to go through our brackets.
Oh, it's going to be fun next week.
And dig through it all and see who was right and who was wrong.
Yeah, we ought to pick a bracket, get some of these viewers to pick. We ought to figure out a way to do that.
Well, you know, Tim Loki's picking Vanderbilt.
Well, of course he is.
It'd
be interesting to pick a bracket. But how about TSU? Let's give them a shout out for a minute. They did win their
Kenny,
conference.
what'd you do over there? You not going to monitor our monitor went back?
Okay. Moving over there.
All right.
TSU won their tournament. Tennessee State.
Yeah, they're in. They're in.
I think Vanderbilt's mad at Bill for moving the screen.
I think
we could do a bracket and somehow get it here before Thursday.
We could post it. We could post it on.
Or we could come in early Saturday.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Thursday, Friday. They start.
We'll figure it out. But let's take another break, and then we're going to move into some NFL and talk about some Titan news. I know Bill's got all types of information.
Oh, he's got his new Titan logo now.
Oh, does he? Where's your new jersey at?
He's got it ordered.
I like the jersey. Do not like the logo.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Now we're going to talk a little Titans football and NFL.
Hey, let's talk about that Ravens for a minute. How about them sticking it to the Raiders on that trade? Have you all ever?
Bad. That was bad. That was really bad. That was really bad. How Parkerism here having second opinion and then say, man, I need to get out of this, so let's don't pass the physical, knowing that he had the knee surgery when it went in, and his doctor saying he's ahead of schedule, but that didn't hit it for them.
Doesn't it make you wonder if we're sitting here and thinking Trey Hendrickson's not getting a big deal here? You know what we could do, guys? Let's renege on the trade with the Raiders. Don't give up the 2 1s. Let's sign Hendrickson to the same money plus a year. Is that not got something to do with this?
They wanted them both.
You couldn't afford them both and pay your quarterback.
They were after both of them.
Can't afford both of them.
They were. They were after both of them.
Unless you got rid of Lamar.
They knew that they know how to. The people back there dealing with that money, know how to do, big contract here, give it all as a signing bonus. That way you can prorate it through all these other years. Like Jerry said, we're going to pay later on for what we're doing now. I think they wanted them both. I really do.
I just put it on a credit card. Buy now, pay later.
Basically, buy now, pay later. That's basically what it is.
That's what everything's going to.
And you'll be, when you go to talking about dead money, everybody's got dead. Every team around's got dead money now.
But actually, Crosby's 28 years old. Hendrickson's 31. But statistically, Henderson's been the better player. He's got more even than Crosby. If you go back and look, Henderson's been the better player.
Sure.
Maybe 31.
He has.
But he's been the better player. I just think what you did to the Raiders here is it's not right.
But you know what? The Raiders are happy because they spent all that money with getting what they're getting, and they're still able to afford Crosby. And Crosby says now he's all in with some of that. Raiders could make some noise. Yeah, but you just spent a ton of money on 2 other defensive ends to replace Crosby, not knowing it's coming. They don't care.
The Cowboys would have loved to have had Crosby.
Yeah.
But then now they've made
that would have been a good draw for them, wouldn't it?
So that just
I'll be honest with you, I don't think Crosby's up for negotiations anymore.
I'll say this. The NFL is very vindictive. No one's going to want to trade with the Baltimore Ravens anymore for a little while.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No one's going to trade with the Ravens.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for them.
You broke an unwritten rule that's not cool with the owners.
Yeah. It's going to be tough.
The other news this week, Jason Boyette's favorite quarterback, Kyler, PlayStation Call of Duty Murray,
my favorite guy,
is now the new quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
Who hadn't quarterbacked the Vikings?
Hey, I think it's a great move.
He falls in a good spot,
I think it's a great move.
He falls in a great spot.
You couldn't find a better spot to go to. A Justin Jefferson, a great coach, and weapons.
I mean, fantasy football-wise, he's going to be a relevant quarterback
I think in real football, he's going to be legit. I think the Vikings may be as good as anybody in that division now.
I think it's a good move for them.
So y'all are sold on Kyler Murray?
No, I'm sold on the coach, the Vikings, and
they got a lot of talent.
Okay,
and they just need barely get quarterback play.
Barely get that's what you're getting.
Going to be a lot better than JJ McCarthy.
Well, yeah, maybe
they've lost some linemen. They've lost linemen on both sides of the ball. They're going to have to.
Oh, Kenny's
They're gonna
tore
have-
up about that now.
I'm telling you.
You wait till we get to the Titans and I unload about linemen because that's
All
coming
right,
here in a minute.
let's go.
All right, let's
Let's
go.
do it. Let's do it.
All
What
right.
about our new offensive lineman from Cleveland, Bill?
Let's start with the line. You got a quarterback in Cam Ward who we're trying to protect and build, right?
Are we?
I would think we are.
Okay.
I would.
Okay, and
You
then
got 2 out of 5 right now.
of all these holes that you had, though, you got Zeitler, who maybe we bring back at left guard, but right now, right guard. As of right now, we don't have a right guard. We cut the center. Okay. And then I'm thinking, well,
I
we're
like
going to
your
go.
center. I like your new center. You may not like him, but
Well,
I like
he's not really been a starter. You talking about the kid from New York,
it. I like the new center that they got.
the
Yeah.
backup from New York.
Yeah.
Guys, come on.
He's not very proven.
The center is probably in National Football League to me with all the shotgun snaps. He's probably more important than about anybody because that snap's got to be right.
Well, no, it ain't the snap. It's what it's him calling
Everything else.
It's
He got to
him
be
call-
smart too.
He calls the offense down on the line.
You got to help Cam call
He
it.
calls all the blocking schemes.
Yeah.
He calls all the line blocking schemes,
And then he's got to be able to throw a block.
and then he's got to be able to step and block after that. You
Yeah.
are
This
correct.
guy is an undrafted guy at TCU.
You got to
He's
read
30
it,
years
snap it,
old.
block it. Right?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name. It's Slopeman or whatever,
Yeah.
but he's basically been a career backup, an undrafted guy. He did come in for 3 or 4 games, they say, and played well. Again, I'll go back to this in a minute. Why do we have to keep signing Giants and Jets? They're not good. I'm just saying this. They aren't good teams. What makes me want to go raid their players?
Well,
And I do understand they've been with you. I get that
the
point.
familiarity,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're costing them a whole
They're on
lot.
sale.
They're on sale. They're not costing them
Sorta.
a whole lot. But you build it now. Hey, I don't care what you get, Bill. You can't go out and get the best everywhere, and they're not. And they're not going to turn this thing around overnight. And I think all of them know that.
Who's your right guard and who's your center? Who's the right guard?
I don't have a clue. I'm not keeping up.
Free agency is about overpaying though.
It is, but I mean,
It's about
in free agency, you
filling-
want to get
filling
people that
needs.
you
Well,
feel like
in
are
free
starters.
agency, I'm going to be the old Belichick guy. I'm not going to go out and try to get them all on day one. I want to get them on days 2, 3, and 4
After everybody's sorted
after
through 'em.
everybody sold.
Pick up some bargains.
The left tackle for Green Bay, Walker, was by far supposed to the best left tackle out in free agency. He just signed yesterday. He just finally got signed yesterday on a 1-year deal with Carolina Panthers. And I think doing something like that is what you do to save your money, because somewhere down the line, there's going to be – my daddy always said, you put your money in the bank because somewhere down the line, somebody's going to have something you're going to want. And if you got the money in the bank, you can get it.
But if I've already been having trouble with my offensive line over the years, the way we've had trouble, I want a serviceable, not a ton of money, but a serviceable. Hopefully, if it's Hitler, even though he's 37, bring him back. You better have a right guard, and you need to have a center. Or don't cut the center you got unless you had something in mind. And surely to goodness, maybe that rookie Slater, that's going to be Slater or Slotman or Slopeman, whatever his name is, or the rookie from last year. That's a lot of pressure.
I think a big deal in the offensive line is your coach and the scheme have a whole lot to do with it. Your coaches and the scheme. And
Okay. Bill, do you think that the Titans are overestimating their coaching ability?
I think
with-
what we've
with
done,
going after
the problem,
studies.
and there's some good stuff I'm going to talk about here in a minute. I mean, we did some really good stuff.
Yeah.
But what you notice the last few years is when you watch on Sundays, we are out-athleted. We're not as, just fundamentally, we're just not as good and not as fast as the other team. It's obvious from special teams to offense to defense, we're slow. Have we not looked slow for years?
you were that way in every position.
Right.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
So
And,
hopefully,
and that's why they got new GMs.
right, you're trying to get more explosive.
Okay, go down our list.
All right. I'm good with this one. Wandale Robinson, wide receiver from the Giants. Very productive. 90 catches the last 2 years, a slot guy, 4 years, 78 million. A lot of people upset about it. But
Good,
really,
good safety valve for Cam.
it's 2 years, 38 million guaranteed. That's all he's guaranteed. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
And I think he
I
can
like
help.
that. I really like that pick.
I like that one. I'm good with that one. My favorite one is John Franklin Myers, the D tackle, D lineman from the Broncos with 7.5 sacks. He'll be perfect next to Simmons. He's a man.
You better hope.
He's good. I love Alonta Taylor, the cornerback from former Tennessee,
Great
from
pick.
New Orleans. I think that's a great one.
Coffee
6'1".
County up here.
Coffee County kid about up the road.
He's a slot corner.
And he's
He's
6'1"
not a- he's
with
not
good
a-
size.
He's a
Nickelback.
slot corner.
4'3", 640, got coverage and ball skills, and he's nasty. He'll hit you.
Yeah.
All right, Cordell Flott. Didn't like him at first because he came from the Giants. And I got to research him. He's 6'1.5", came from LSU, 450, long physical corner. The Giants wanted him back.
The thing about it is, he's another slot corner.
That's what I'm worried about. Now, the sneaky one was Josh Williams, a 6'3", 200-pound corner that came from Fayetteville State University 4 years ago, but Bergonzi is the one that drafted him. And here's where the Chiefs have been so good over the years is finding kids like this. Sneed.
They're out there.
Well, they go get people in the 4th, 5th, 6th round. They don't play corners. This Williams kid could be a lot better than people think.
I don't disagree. But here's another thing. They know what they're doing in Kansas City with them because they had this guy by the name of Sneed that the Titans paid big time for.
And they're my draft pick.
And was a bust.
They say Sneed's going back to Kansas City. We'll see. One, I didn't like Daniel Bellinger, the tight end from the Giants. I didn't care for that one. I just seen that Chig back, but okay. Again, it's a theme. Giants. Here's another one. Cordell Volson, an offensive guard from the Bengals that got hurt, didn't play last year. North Dakota State guy. Say he's a road grader in the run game, but not a very good pass blocker. I'm just sorry if that is your guard, and that's a problem, and he's not a good pass blocker.
Maybe we're not going to pass, Dale. Maybe
we're just going to run the ball. We're going to get Jeremiah Love at 4. We're just going to ram it.
I think you're going to get Jeremiah Love.
I'm starting to think you're right.
Going to get Jeremiah Love at 4.
So are we going to go against the grain, and we're going to be a running team? Are we going to be
old
school?
I think you got to be both. Love would be explosive in the pass game and the run game, and hopefully that's something we need.
Love is an all around.
But it seems like coaches have one tilt to them. It's either they're tilted toward the run game, establishing it, and all that good stuff.
That folk can call some offense. He can call some offense.
I got something to see if y'all have heard of. Tyler Rowland on Locked on Titans last night brought it up, and so did Zach Lyons on 104.5. Do you all realize that the Titans, pretty smart, took an insurance policy out on L'Jarius Sneed and Calvin Ridley?
Really?
$1 million apiece. And if they didn't play, they got the money back. So basically, from what Tyler and them said, we are going to get $20 million back on our cap because of that insurance policy and get the money back. The problem was we weren't going to get it, but Sneed had to pass a physical. He couldn't be hurt when we cut him. That's why they cut him yesterday and they waited. He passed the physical, then we cut him. Y'all ever heard of this before?
I haven't heard that.
Nope.
Apparently, this is what we're the only team that's done it with a non-quarterback. But this is what other teams have done when you think, well, my quarterback tore his ACL. Yeah. The insurance policy kicks in and they give you credit back on the cap.
I told you there's a whole lot of stuff goes on.
There's some sneaky stuff here.
There's some people that only know money. That's all they do, just money guys.
We think we know, but we really don't know.
Until we hear about it.
Exactly.
That was one thing that Tyler was saying. Tyler and Zach Lyons, this is something the NFL doesn't want out there. Yeah. You're not going to do that for everybody unless they're a big money guy that you're worried about him getting hurt.
Right.
Because it did cost you $1 million per player to do this, but you're getting back $20 million.
Yeah.
Now I wonder who on the Titans came up with that to start with. You got to give that person credit.
It was the cap guy and Chad Brinker was the two people. Chad Brinker and whoever the money guy is, the cap guy, the analytics guy.
Money guy.
So we're playing Moneyball.
Yeah.
All right. Other thing is, let's talk about the new uniforms. I love the uniforms, but I don't like how you messed up my logo.
Yeah, I do like the Oilers colors.
I like the Oilers colors. I like that back.
I could even live with maybe the helmet if it had some more red in it and had the red stripe.
Yeah, I do miss the red.
And it had the red face mask. I might could be for it.
Man, why don't you go up there and apply for the designer job?
They need somebody.
He would be great.
This color scheme. I'm like Kenny. I love NFL football helmets, and these right here they could be fine if you color schemed it better. And the red looks good with it. If you're going to go with a white helmet, red looks good with white.
If they make the playoffs this year, will you give them that one?
They're not making the playoffs.
They're not making. Okay,
no.
All right.
No, I mean I think we're going to be better. I'm excited about the coaches. I mean, hey, you went and got Tommy Townsend, the punter from the Texans. That's a good get.
That's a good get.
7 wins a good year.
Yeah, 7 wins. I think it's a good year. And you've gotten more of these every time you turn around. Jordan Elliott, defensive tackle, 49ers, Jets, 49ers, Jets.
Yeah.
Maybe that's okay. I would have just liked to have seen that we were raiding people from other organizations with our scouting department versus I just knew this guy.
Titans aren't the only ones doing that.
We've done it about more than anybody else I can think of.
Titans aren't the only ones doing that. You when somebody goes, you get. It's like going into coaching. The old philosophy I'd always heard, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
Same way with the players. Hey, I know this guy can do this.
Yeah, you want people you're familiar with.
Yeah, I want to make sure.
I want a few of them, but I don't know that I want 70% of them. 75% of them. That's about what we're looking at here.
This could be the fact that, when they were where they were at and they pulled in David Thomas, they knew David Thomas was a player, but he just didn't have the other things around. Now I can pull him in and put him with some other people. I think it's going to be, and here's what the general public around, are they going to put a better product on the field this year than they did last year? That's what they shouldn't be worried about who the players are. Is the product going to be better? Yeah. Are we going to be competitive? And if we are, it should be a win-win. And going into next year, do we still have money in our account that we can go out and, this one got hurt, or we need here? Will we have cap space next year? Not spend it all this year. Will we have some next year so we can go get?
Oh, everybody's going to have it.
We've got one more year in the old stadium? This is last year in the old stadium?
Yeah. This team still needs a wide receiver one. They don't have one. Everybody agree with that?
Well, they're going to draft. That's coming up in the draft.
Edge rusher. If you go love, you don't do that. You should have picked one up in free agency. This was a decent. There was plenty of them out there.
There's plenty of them in the draft. Also, there's not.
We don't have a starter unless we're going to start the second round guy that didn't play much last year. And then guard and center. That's for holes you didn't have. Bring Ziegler back. He did okay. Don't cut your center unless I got somebody better than mine. I hate to cut. When you cut somebody like that, you create a hole and already had a bunch of holes.
What was his name? What was the center's name?
Cushenberry.
I never liked him. I never thought he played the way that everybody talked about how good he was. I thought
he played good in Denver. When he got here, he got hurt, tore his Achilles. That was a problem.
I just didn't think he played very well.
But there was plenty of centers to have gotten here that didn't cost a lot. What was the kid from Tennessee? Trey
Mays.
Yeah. He signed him. Yeah. We could have signed him.
Yep.
But here's the thing. You're saying that now, Bill. He just started playing center last year during the season.
That's better than Schlottman, that's 31 years old and started 4 games in his whole career.
He just started playing. He's got very few starts under his belt.
Or Slater, that I hear they really want to be the center, who's never taken a snap at center in the National Football League with a quarterback we're trying to develop.
The Packers had to do that last year because their center got hurt. They moved to right guard Ryan over. He snapped. Never had snapped before. They re-signed him as a center. You got to have multiple people that can do multiple things.
You're limited right there with that line anyway. Sure. They all got to be able to play all the positions.
When you go into game day and your roster's down to 53 or 51, I think what you can carry on game day, you got to have about 9. You can't have a true backup at every position. You got to have somebody that can play. Two or three different spots.
Walter Football. I like his mock drafts. This week he had Mendoza 1. I think that's for sure. Jets, Arvell Reese at 2. The Spencer Fano guy for the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. Then he has us taking David Bailey at 4.
I'll be honest with you. I think Love, to me, is a better pick than one of those rush edges.
I do too.
Yeah, because
he's the only running back that's really going to make a difference.
The reason I say that, you guys are big into this fantasy football stuff. When you go into fantasy football, what's the first position you pick?
Running back.
Running backs. Yeah. Running backs. And I said earlier, if you're going to get your running back, you better have a good offensive line. I think you can build on that. But if you got the running back, you may not have the line you want this year, but if you get to go ahead and get Love, you'll still have him next year, so you can build on that line for next year. Yeah. If you let him go to somebody else, you don't have a chance of having him next year.
But I don't think he's going to anybody else because everybody's filled it. The only team that might be interested in Love, if we don't take him, is going to be the Commanders. And watch them.
The Command Skins.
I'll be honest with you. I think there's going to be some people that's going to try to move up in the draft to get Love.
Good. Maybe we'll trade down.
I don't know. But like you said, that most of them's already filled their holes, though. Yeah.
Guys, we need to wind things down here. And before we go, Scott Spray put up a post. Hey, GJ is doing good. Gary Johnson is good. He's recuperating. All prayers going up to him for him. Thanks for that report, Scott. Thanks for everybody for watching today, and we're going to get out of here. So we're going to have this conversation for a while before draft day. How many more days before draft
Not
day?
many.
April 28th, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it's
Yeah,
about
we're about a
4
month
weeks,
and a half.
3 or 4 weeks.
No, it's longer than that, isn't it?
about a month, a little, maybe 5-6 weeks.
5 or
'cause
6
we're already
weeks,
in the middle of March.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, First Bank and Piggly Wiggly, and
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
where service is our middle name. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you same place, same time next week.
That's right.